Oh. Salutations! Spooks, spirits, specters. Welcome to the stream. And welcome back for more Final Fantasy X-2! Ha! Look, I'm just vibing to the music for the past 5 minutes. This is definitely one of those games. Just like, let me just sit on the menu for hours. I just want to sit on the menu for hours and listen to this music, okay? I can't do that though. I have to play the game. You guys want to? You guys just want to talk for 3 hours? The main menu music just plays. No? Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We're back. The Final Fantasy X of 2s. Oh, I have to press. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, I'm pressing this button. Welcome to Kilika. This is where we left off. We had a Orby mission here. We have to go destroy the world. Oh. Are we being talked to again?
Hiya, hiya, Sphere Hunters!
Oh my gosh.
A fantastic show is nearly upon us. I'm totally the sponsor of the show. That's me.
A show?
Yep, it will be quite the spectacle with their music going beep beep kaboom.
Oh my
What could go wrong?
gosh.
Whatever could go wrong?
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Oh my
Is it gonna be
gosh.
here?
No,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
We're holding it on the beauteous banks of the majestic Moonflow. We hope you'll join us there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I know this voice. I know this voice. I know this guy's voice. I know it. Okay, so apparently I'm remembering this is the place that was completely wrecked. We showed up and Sin had already wrecked this place. It was just a bunch of like docks and debris and stuff like that. And we're like, oh no. Anyways, how's the temple? We're here to get the temple. An awesome sphere. Here for the sphere too. Don't get carried away. Oh my gosh. Wait, is that a secret tunnel? No, it's not. But it is a secret regardless. I got 2 antidotes. Is there more treasure to be had? Over here. Would you look at that? More treasure. Fantastic, guys. Let's go. Hello, everybody. More treasure. I'm sorry. I had a meal. See, what happened was I ran 5 errands this morning, okay? I would stop by the post office and pick up a package because they were afraid of putting it in the mailbox. Who's bouncy? The monkey. I found it in the woods. Not something you expect to see on an island, is it? It's called a squatter monkey. They're very shy, so they like to squat down and hide their nests. So they got their name. I see. So I ran into that. I got me a haircut. Oh, that's a dead end. Got me a haircut. This city is very poorly designed. How's customers supposed to cross the bridge if you only have one bridge across? That's poor design. That's poor design. I could design better. Put me in, coach. I'll redesign and make this city look better. I don't know why all these kids are all puffed. The Santa Claus. Sure. Sleep, silence, darkness, and poison. You know, honestly, this would be the best. But I'm broke. I'm broke. I only have $4,000. Give me freebies, please.
I wonder what this awesome sphere is like. Well, it's definitely awesome. It will be, won't it?
No, it won't.
Keep this up and someone will beat us to it.
Sorry. Sorry. Hey, wait up!
Pain, nobody has beat us to a sphere yet. I don't know what you're talking about. New Yevon keeps all the spheres to itself. No wonder Spirit isn't making progress. Oh boy. So after my haircut, then I went to the store and I bought me some stuff. I made sure to buy a Christmas present. A light curtain. Oh, isn't that like an item? Blue, you picked up an item called the light curtain. Oh, what do we have going on here?
Donna!
It's Barthelo!
My.
Donna's there too.
Fine, have it your way.
The summoner and her guardian?
Donna!
Go on, leave.
Hi, big buff man.
Donna! Ah!
Shall we go inside and see who Donna is?
Well, look what we have here.
Hey!
Good to see you. What's with Bartello?
Well, nothing out of the ordinary. I am with the Youth League, and he is with New Yevon.
Fascinating stuff.
It makes living together rather difficult.
How?
Oh. But you've been together so long.
To each his own. Exactly. Butt out.
That's cool. You mind if I loot your house? Do you have any cool stuff? Cool, thank you. Thanks for the money! I appreciate it. So I went to the store, and it's just like, you know, everything is cool and awesome. And I mean that very sarcastically. Can we go outside and hang out? And interested League members should proceed immediately to the woods. Mountain News briefing will begin shortly. Go forth and sally and get the awesome spear. Sorry. So, oh, we have plot happening again. I can't tell a story if plot's happening, right? Wait, Donna, why are you here?
These are all sphere hunters?
Of course they are.
I don't think so.
Where's
Look over there.
the Guardo lady?
Who's that?
Wait, who?
Nude.
Maven of the Youth League, right?
He's got a butt.
Greetings, friends.
Hi.
An important sphere is hidden in Kilika Temple.
Cool.
A sphere documenting the true history of Spira.
Uh-huh.
We are here today to demand that New Yevon make the contents of that sphere public.
Cool.
Yet, as always, the voice seeking truth goes ignored. My friends, I ask you, why? Because New Yevon wants to hide the truth, just as the temples did before them. I tell you now, this has gone on long enough. My friends, stand with me, and together we will bring the truth back to the people. But let's not overdo it. Our opponents aren't as young as they used to be.
Not exactly what I had expected.
I didn't expect him to be leaning on a cane.
Hey, that's our sphere. Oh, Poopy. So what now? Call it quits?
Don't know about you, but I could use an awesome sphere.
Let's
Okay.
go for it.
They can't decide who it belongs to. I say we make it our own. Right? Right.
Funny. Mission start! I'm sorry. Mission time! Awesome sphere heist. Break through the checkpoints in the woods and in the temple steps. Once you're in, acquire the sphere that New Yevon's been hiding in the temple. Beat up everybody who gets in your way. Wait, what's our squad? You know what? Go be white mage, okay? Go be thief. Excellent, let's go. Alright, now we roll out squad. Is that treasure? Do I see? No, that's mushrooms. Sorry. So yeah, I got a haircut today. It's nice. Very nice. That's honestly my main plan. My main plan was I wanted to go get a haircut and I wanted to pay some bills. And I was like, oh, I have to visit.
Hand over the sphere! The temples have controlled Sphere's secrets long enough! Spheres? Secrets? What's this about? Don't play dumb. We know you're guarding something.
The temple's got guns, guys.
We're here to guard our families from rebel like you. What are you talking about? What'd you say?
The temple's got
I think it's time
guns.
you left.
Oh, I remember this bit. Treasure. Oh. Guys, is there treasure over here? Squatter monkey. Squirter monkey? Oh, we get to fight. We'll just kill him. Just attack. We'll die eventually, right? I'm just gonna mash A, okay? Let me just mash A, like a bajillion times. That's the plan. I feel like I'm doing so little damage, but I should be doing a lot more. You know, that was the thing that also bothered me, is there's very little group healing in Final Fantasy X and X-2. That always bothered me. Where's my... I want my cure all at the same time. I know this is nice, little boosty boosts. Oh no. I feel like I should be doing a lot more damage. I really do. Is it normal to be doing this little damage and having this much damage thrown at you in this game? I swear. Oh, wow. Look how long a fight is taking in this game. My gosh. I'm asking very serious questions right here. My gosh, how much experience did we get? I honestly feel like I'm messing up somewhere along the way. Somebody's running that way. Hi. None of the direct roads are open. Of course not. All the roads are blocked off. Of course they are.
Leave it to me.
This guy again.
I'm gonna miss you.
I swear. I am taking so much damage, and I'm doing so little. This is what I'm talking about. This is how I'm like, I feel like this is like I'm playing on super duper hardcore level mode, and I'm like, why? How is this even happening? How's this even fair? Am I playing the game wrong or something? That's my main question. How do you expect
This'll
me
help.
to win? Like I've never felt like I've ever had this problem before in any Final Fantasy game. Has never left me feeling like this. The numbers are so pathetic.
You okay?
I need to know something. I really need... I just wish I could talk to somebody who actually played this game before. Somebody who's played this game before. What am I doing wrong? I just want to know. Because I feel like I'm doing something terribly wrong. Like, I don't know if it's like I'm supposed to be just... Am I supposed to be making use of stuff that I did not think was a thing? Am I supposed to be grinding areas for hours and hours and hours until I'm so over-leveled? Like, it was one thing when I did that in Final Fantasy X, because, you know... Oh my god. Too easy? Too easy? We got only 200 experience out of that. Alright, hold on a second here. I need to know. I need to know. I forgot, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna morphimize myself. Give me a moment here. One moment. Disappear one moment. Alright, hold on a second here. Ah! Why? Why? You! Where? Go away! No! No! What am I doing wrong? Go! I said shoot! I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate that so much. You're not supposed to see behind the curtain. Alright. Turn all that stuff off. Ugh. Alright. You can look again. You can look again, okay? I'm so frustrated at this game. Am I playing Final Fantasy X-2 wrong? I'm not asking about that. I don't care about that. That part isn't that. I'm just wondering about the numbers. I wish I could just talk to somebody. I just want to talk to somebody about this who's played this game if I'm doing it wrong. Am I doing a game wrong? Am I playing this game wrong? I just want to know. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna phone a friend. I'm gonna phone a friend. 1 second. I'm gonna phone a friend. Because the internet's not helping. I don't know how to. I don't know how. Okay, let me try phoning a friend. Phoning a friend. Discord, please start faster. Why do you always start so fast and then when I need you, you're like, I don't know anymore. Hello. Hello. How are you doing? I should have asked this sooner. I should have asked this sooner! I just really need to know if I'm playing the game wrong or something. Friend. Why am I so weak? Thank you. That's for Final Fantasy X. I'm trying to find responses on Final Fantasy X-2, and everybody's talking about Final Fantasy X. I don't care about Final... I already beat that game. Alright. Wait, what? Oh my. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? This is madness. This is madness. Hey, Ramon! Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're kind of at a standstill right now. I feel like I don't know how I'm playing this game. Because my numbers are so low and the enemies are doing so much damage and killing me instantly. And it's just like, you know what's not fun? Dying to normal enemies. Especially if it's only one enemy on the screen. It's a very frustrating experience, and I'm like, why? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Every other Final Fantasy game has never made me feel so pathetic and weak. Ever. Ever. I'm barely 3 hours in the game, and I'm getting raffle stomped by normal common day enemies. It's like, why? So I'm just trying to figure out if I can... I'm trying to phone a friend to ask... But the friend's not answering the phone. They're not picking up the phone. Alright, hold on. Yeah, but how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Sorry if this is madness. Yeah. my gosh, no! Ah! I'm just setting up my phone. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm gonna kill some survivors from Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna go do that. My phone is not cooperating now either. Oh my gosh. It'll be like the case of like, alright guys, I'm not playing Final Fantasy 2 anymore, X-2 anymore, because reasons. I'm just a garbo. I'm a garbo streamer. I'm bad at video games. I can't even pay attention to chat. The games I'm trying to play are being dumb to me. They're being rude. They're like, you know how to play Final Fantasy X2. You played every other Final Fantasy game, right? You know how to play Final Fantasy X2, right? And the thing is, they're not even talking about. I'm on chapter 1, and they're like, why am I so weak in chapter 2 and 3? What do you mean? I've been feeling like that since chapter 1. Oh gosh. My gosh. Alright. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? What? What? Eh? Okay. I've been playing the game wrong, apparently. I've been playing the game wrong, completely apparently. Because, you know, you can jump around the world wherever you want, and... Look, I'm used to a game saying, okay, we're going to go on a journey. It's going to get progressively harder, okay? I did not expect the game to be like, hey guys, we're going to jump around the world between easy... We're going to start off in a super duper 100% easy zone, and then we're going to take you to the super hard zones next, okay? I hope you're prepared for that. Bye. Alright, here we go. Running away. We're leaving. This mission is being put on halt for 5 years. We're escaping. Run away! Run away! We're leaving. Oh, hi there. No. We're leaving. What do you mean we can't leave? What? A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Hey, give it back already!
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the Menaces. Final Fantasy X-2. How do I do this? How do I win? How do I win? How do I win? How do I win? Because obviously I'm losing. I'm losing. And the worst part is, I'm like, oh, I'll just reset. And the game's like, ha 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 ha! No. No. No resetting for you. Not an easy reset anyways. It's not even an easy reset. I'm stuck in an area where the enemies are overpowered. And I didn't even know they were going to be overpowered. I didn't even know. I had no inkling that this was going to happen. Let me tell you. What kind of game does this? What kind of game just does this? Look, I would 100% fully understand if I soft-locked myself. If I soft-locked myself without knowing it because I was dumb. I get that. I get that. It's like, you know, if I was playing a game, it's like, oh, you're in an area, you can't leave because you're underleveled. You're super duper 100% underleveled. And there's no exit. There's no exit. This is exactly what's happening right now. And I mean, it's one thing if I did that on my own. But the game, I feel like the game cheated me out because it didn't really fully explain itself. It's like, go here, go here, go here. I'm like, oh, sure, I'll do that. I'll do that. I have no problem doing that. And instead, it's like, oh, first mission, let's go! Oh yeah, this will be a little bit more... Of course it's gonna... When your first mission is 3 stars, and you throw weak enemies, and you throw enemies at me, I'm like, oh, this is fine. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. This is fine. Next mission, 4 star. Ah! It's just gonna be a little bit harder. It's just gonna be a little bit harder. It's gonna be a little bit harder. Oh, and the next mission is also 4 stars. Oh, but we have a singular NPC that's just gonna like, rah, 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 one-shot kill you guys. Look, I played games. I have played games that can be rough to new players. I've played Dark Souls. I've played Bloodborne. I played Elden Ring. I played Sekiro. I played Dead by Daylight. I played Rage games. But at the same time, it's an expected experience. I play a Final Fantasy game. I understand that maybe if I go to a high-level area, that you know, well, we're better start grinding levels. But I never had that feeling ever before. Yes, I have played RPGs. I have played some very traditional JRPGs, turn-based combat kind of situation, where if you have to grind, sometimes you just have to grind levels in order to, you know, do stuff. But my gosh, this early in the game. This early in the game. And it's not, I didn't even know I had to do that. I didn't even know I had to do that. Because every other time I played it's like, oh yes, here's a path. We're going to follow the path. Follow me. Take my hand. We're going to go on a journey. We're going to go on a journey, you guys. It's not always going to be easy. There's probably going to be troublesome. Like, you know, the final dungeon. I expect the final dungeon to throw this stuff at me. Final dungeon. Not the third mission of chapter 1. No wonder I feel so weak. No wonder I'm doing single-digit numbers and sub-level, like maybe level 35. You did 35 damage to this guy. Don't you feel proud? Now he's gonna hit you for 300 points of damage, which is like 95% of your health pool. No. 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 I refuse. I refuse. No, I've quit games before. I have quit games before. I quit trying. You know why I quit trying? Because I got bored. I got bored of trying. It was a very boring game to me. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying I got bored of it very fast. What's another game? What's another game I stopped playing? Not very often. Not very often. There's not very many games that I don't try. I don't try to beat. I hate this so much. I hate it. Oh, but Blue, just start from the last save. Before that, I've already put investment time into this. I feel completely cheated out of the experience, you know? You know? And it's not... look, maybe... Look, sometimes there's games like that. You know, when I was going on my little barrage of Super Nintendo games... Hold on. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit more. There you go. When I was doing my little collages with the Super Nintendo games, okay? when I was doing my little collages, I had a little series I was doing, like 30 minutes of, and I was playing a bunch of Super Nintendo games, right? There are some games I'm just like, what am I not getting? And you know what? The main thing is a lot of these games, this was back when games had instruction manuals. There was not a lot of stuff built into the games. And I guess I can give Final Fantasy X-2 the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it has an instruction manual. If I read the instruction manual, I'd probably like, hey, you should probably do some exploration in other areas and, you know, blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't get that vibe here. You know why? You know why? Because Final Fantasy X, it gave me the vibes. There's a path. There's a path. The world didn't really become super duper open until really late. And yes, I have died because I've gone to areas because of that open worldness. And because of the open worldness, there's tougher enemies all over the place that can kill you instantly if you're not prepared. And that happened. And I was like... But you know what? It didn't feel bad. It felt like, oh, I made a mistake. I see. I can easily rectify that and not go to that area. But I'm 3 hours, and I'm like almost 3 hours in this game, and I'm like, why am I getting dominated? What, was I supposed to just like, oh yes, Blue, don't you know? You should just go in order. Why did you go to Xenarkin? Remember how Xenarkin was the last area of the first game? Why did you just accept the fact that Xenarkin, you should just go to Xenarkin? I don't know. I thought they just rebalanced the game, you know? Maybe Xenarkin enemies are super duper weak now. No. So now this has just become rant. Final Fantasy X-2 ranting. I really do hate it, though. I hate this. My motivation to play this game has been completely plummeted. I thought last night was a fluke. I thought last time was a fluke. Not last night. Friday, I thought it was a fluke. I thought it was just a fluke. I thought it was just a fluke. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just dumb. But nope, no, no. 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 No, I'm not dumb. I just feel deceived. I just feel deceived is all it is. I feel deceived. Because as I was saying, I was playing games on the Super Nintendo, right? 30 minutes of, right? And sometimes I hit a point and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? First thing that comes to my mind, when I was playing Batman the Animated Series game, I got stuck at one point on the very first level. You know why? Because I didn't know about wall jumping. Wall jumping was just not too big of a thing in my mind. The only game that I remember at the time, 100%, that has wall jumping is Super Metroid. So when I was playing that game, I did not expect to have Batman doing wall jumps. But if I had an instruction manual, if I read the instruction manual for the game before playing, I would be like, oh, wall jumping's a thing Batman can do. Wall jumping is part of the moveset. And I probably would not have gotten stuck there. There's been, like, what was another one? Dragon View. Dragon View. I got stuck in one area. I was like, what am I supposed to do? And believe me, I'm sure there's games like that. There's games like that. They're old. And, like, you know, there are games like that that I would know because I've played them before, you know? It's like, oh, yes, I know exactly what to do here because I grew up with it. I grew up with it. I knew the method. I knew the walk. I knew the pathing. I knew what I should be doing. I knew what I should have been doing. That's the thing, right? I already knew. I don't know Final Fantasy X-2. So, I made the assumption that it was going to be like, you know, we're just continuing the story of Final Fantasy X. It's going to hold my hand. I wouldn't say hold my hand. It's not going to give me victories, but it was going to be like, okay, here's the path you should take. There's going to be some side stuff you can maybe do. But the whole fact that you have the whole open world ready for you, but they're like, mission, mission, mission. I don't know. Maybe gently nudge the player into a different area and be like, hey, you know, you shouldn't probably bum rush missions. You know, the monster's going to overpower you eventually if you keep just doing the missions. Like, oh, how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed... And I went to Kiliad, and I'm like, what do you mean I can't just go back to the Gull Wing? What? What do you mean? So yeah, my motivation has been completely shot. Ranting about Final Fantasy X-2 for about an hour. I'm gonna keep ranting for 2 hours now. Let's chat about Final Fantasy X-2. Remember I said I was gonna phone a friend? My friend still hasn't sent me back a message yet. Oh my gosh. I see he's online. I see he's online. Iscariot! Iscariot! I need to know, have you actually played this game before? I know you played X. I know you and Lunecra have both played X. But did you play X-2? I'm gonna start crying now, okay? I'm seriously thinking like, let me just, I'm gonna start scanning through. I'm gonna go scan through my game library here. My video game library. What games have I abandoned? Alright, let me just put it simple. I'm not abandoning Final Fantasy X-2, but my motivation to play this has dropped significantly right now. To the playlist. To the playlist. We'll just slowly go through it. Like, as I said, there's games like, ugh. Like, believe me, even if nobody's watching, I would still play. I've done that, like, because, you know, I'm enjoying the game. And everybody can, you can always come back and rewatch later. There's always rewatch value. Let's see here. Huh. From the very beginning. Yes! My very first game playthrough. BioShock. I deserted that one, but let me tell you, that was because I was using a different recording software, and it wasn't very fun. So I kind of abandoned that one. And then we go on, and first thing, Portal 2. The Portal 2. I actually went back and played Portal 2, though. The first time I abandoned it was because, again, it was recording software. I was not having fun. My game was crashing so much. And it was not a fun experience to record, so... Once I got better software, I was able to do it just fine. And I have played Portal 2 many times on this channel. What's next? Ah, yes, Trine. Trine. Which I said, I just got bored of that game. I got bored. It wasn't entertaining to me to play. I'm sure if I was playing with friends, maybe it would have been a little bit more different experience, but eventually I just stopped playing Trine because I was just bored of it. White Knight, I stopped playing that because recording issues, actually. For some reason, the game was being recorded in, how do I show this? Let me slap a filter on this. Color correction, yeah, we'll just color correction. So let's see here. Not contrast. Actually, no, contrast is fine. Go back to default. Yes, go back to default. It was 0. Got it. All right. So, yeah, this is essentially this is how that when I was when I was playing White Knight, this is exactly how it was kind of recording. It was like, why is the colors different? Why are the colors wrong? It wasn't even that too. Oh, there you are. Hello. Gotcha. Gotcha. Prof just told me why he has been delayed. I'm doing a phone a friend thing regarding Final Fantasy X-2. I wonder if I can get him on the call. He might be distracted and busy, and that's why. Want to talk? Want to chat about it, or is that an impossibility at the moment? I need to ask him. We're probably gonna get Prof Iscariot on the horn if he's fine with that. Ooh, very shiny. Very shiny. He looks so nice. He's showing me his workspace for his painting streams. It's not about what he's like, what happened? I'm like, I need to phone a friend. He's like, what happened? Can we chat about it? Or is that impossible for you right now? He hasn't responded yet, so I'm gonna shop in a channel here. Let's see if I can't do that. There we go. There we go. I jumped into a voice comm. Maybe he'll join me. I'm just gonna wait for the, hey buddy, hey buddy. Oh, we can stop that. All right. I'll just proceed. I'll just explain the situation to him. All right. What was that? Uh-oh. What do we have here? Oh, yeah. Yep. Package obtained. Sorry, I am getting assailed from all corners here. All corners here. Yeah. Ah. I see. He's not even. Understood. 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 How far am I in? How far am I? I'm like 3 hours in. Hold on. I need to let him know specifically. I'm at Yuna. I'm at Yuna. It was like, alright, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm hitting enemies for like single low dodge with doubles. They're hitting me either from my full health bar near enough. I can't keep up with the healing without full stopping on the damage front. He's like, oh, I can't pop in and chat with you right now because I'm at the grocery store. I'm like, oh. He's like, how far in? I'm like 3 hours in. I'm at Yuna, but it's like in the previous minute, I'm just getting bodied by random mobs. I died like 3 to 4 times to random mobs, and it's super I'm losing all motivation to play this game. Ah! There we go. There we go. I had to let him know. Alright. No, but it's like, why do I need to read a guide to know what I'm supposed to, what direction I'm supposed to play the game in, you know? That takes out the fun of the discovery! You know? I expect the plot to hold my hand and tell me this is where you need to go in order to, you know, get progressively harder, you know? I don't expect to get my butt handed to me immediately at the beginning of the game. Because the plot says, go here right now. I mean, it's not even like, I get it, it's not even saying it. But the way it's being messaged makes me feel like, I gotta go now, it'll be fine. Yes, very sad gremlin. Very sad gremlin. Very upset, very unmotivated. I'm gonna pop in tomorrow. I'm not even gonna play. I'm at the point where it's like, you know, guys, I'm so unmotivated. Hey, buddy, how are you doing? I'm very sad right now. I'm a very sad gremlin. I'm playing Final Fantasy X-2, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a fun time. And the game's like, oh, look at the cute gremlin. Look at the cute gremlin thinking he's gonna have a fun time. I was like, what? I just wanted to play the Final Fantasy X-2, you know? This will be my first call-in. Motivational speaker kind of thing, you know? I'm used to being the role doing this. I'm supposed to be the guy who's like, oh, prof, you don't know how to play the game. Here, let me tell you what to do. Now, I'm the one. I'm the one who's like, Prof, the video game's being mean to me, and I just want to play the game. It's just being like, Black Gremlin doesn't know how to play a Final Fantasy game, so we gotta... Anyways, I can turn this filter off. Yeah, that was the reason why I stopped playing White Knight. Because it was a recording issue. I was also a very scary game. But I always had to like take some extra steps in order to proceed with that game, so it was not very fun. Let's go back. Let's see here. Try a White Knight. Gary's mod. Gary's mod isn't a game. It has game modes, but I was just messing around with the editing stuff, so that was not really a game. Sim Theme Park. I had 2 videos on that. I did 2 videos on Sim Theme Park. Now, why did I stop Sim Theme Park? Well, it's a very open-ended game, but also it wasn't running properly, so eventually I was just like, you know, it's become too much of a hassle to play this game, unfortunately. I wanted to play it, but modern hardware sometimes makes old video games not run properly. I would love to play Sim Theme Park again. Let's see here. Oh, Unreal Tournament. I canceled Unreal Tournament. My first cancellation. Why did I cancel it? Let me look at how far did I get. How far did I get in this? Oh, I remember why. I swapped over to my new computer, and Unreal Tournament wouldn't run properly because of modern hardware. Oh, man. Then what's the next one? Oh, yes, the Sims 2 challenge. The Apocalypse challenge. Why did I stop that one? Oh, once again, modern hardware. I couldn't really play the Sims 2 without doing a whole lot of extraneous steps in order to make sure it ran properly, which really sucks. And of course, because I swapped over to a new computer, I had to copy all over my files, and some of them got corrupted, so it kind of sucked. And I was like, well, I'm done with that. What's next? Let's see here. Unturned. Unturned really isn't got a plot. It's just play until you get bored of it, and I got bored of it. Oh, the Five Nights at Freddy's games. Yeah, the first time I was playing through them. FNAF 1 and FNAF 2. I stopped playing them because it was kind of boring. Look, I got bored of them, okay? It's very compelling when you can watch somebody else play them and they have like a personality, but I don't have a personality, so... I didn't have a personality back then. It's just like, ah, yes, just play the game, but whatever. Then what? I tried it again. SCP Containment Breach. That wasn't actually really me playing the game. I was playing the My Little Pony variation, which was very silly. And it was terrifying, so I stopped playing it. Political Machine? Well, I played it until I won the election on one game, so that was good enough for me. Then a bunch of games that are pretty open-ended. Sunless Sea. Why did I stop playing that game? And so it's one of those games you get better at as you play it, but you have to fail a lot. Sunless Sea is one of those games where you get better by failing. You get better by failing. And at the time, again, this was like back when I was just recording videos. This was like well before streaming. And for me, it was just kind of like, well, it feels very demotivational for that to keep happening to me. So I just moved on from that. A very fun game, but I kind of gave up. Undertale. Undertale. I beat that game twice. I got the neutral ending, and I got the pacifist ending. I don't have it marked as complete because I still have to do the genocide ending. And there's only one person. There's one person stopping me from the genocide ending. And that's Sans. Well, how long has it been since I fought Sans last? Let me take a look here. Sans, when was the last time we had a fight? My god, 8 years ago. It's been 8 years since I threw down with Sans. 8 years since I last threw down with Sans. Then what happened? Completing everything! Oh. First game I haven't... Okay, first game I haven't fully 100%ed. Little Busters. Little Busters is a visual novel. The only visual novel I've done other than that, of that particular size, is Clanad. And how many more things do I have to do for Little Busters? Let me look. Little. Just type in little. There it is. Let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 additional endings to get before I'm like 100%ed on Little Busters. So yeah. I don't consider that. I'm like... And the thing is, I would love to just... I would just go ahead and play it on my own. Because, you know, it's just a visual novel. If you want to watch... You can go watch the anime if you really want to. But I want to enjoy the visual novel as is. You know what I learned? Little Busters is actually very ecchi. It's got a bunch of... It's got a bunch of adult images in the actual base game. I didn't even know that. Fascinating, right? It's, I feel like the same way as when I discovered that Utaware Rirumono, Prelude to the Fallen, also has that. Whatever. Then what? Oh. Oh. Okay. Fair. This one's fair. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. I never finished that one. You want to know why? It doesn't feel like a real game. It doesn't feel like a real game. It feels like an emulation of a game. It's the same reason like when I was reading... It's the same reason like when I was reading Final Fantasy. When I was reading Sword Art Online. My God. Look. This is my main gripe with Sword Art Online. The person who wrote this has no idea how video games work. I feel like this is like a person who's like, well, let's just put it this way. Let's just put it this way. If this was like in Dead by Daylight terms, the person who wrote the book is a survivor main, and they're trying to write the perspective of a killer main. It just doesn't work. You have to understand. You have. So when I was playing Fatal Bullet, it's like, okay, it's probably made by people who know how to actually do video games, right? It feels so fake. It feels so fake. Like I'm supposed to do a bunch of stupid stuff that's completely unrelated to how you play a video game. So I stopped playing Fatal Bullet. That's the reason why I stopped Fatal Bullet. Get over it. Why did I stop that one? Oh, because I was supposed to be using Lego Gorn as a motivational speaker for me. And he stopped. But don't worry, I beat getting over it. I have a stream on it. I stream completing that. Fallout 76. Can you even really beat Fallout 76? I stopped it well before any major DLC. I think the thing at the time was there was like a raid against the giant bat creatures. I forgot what they're even called. But most of my experience was just, I'm just going to wander the world and shoot stuff and level up. And I kind of got bored of that. Like, alright, let me put it simply. It was boring in the sense of like, I had to do a lot of farming for materials. And that's fine. But the thing that made it very upsetting is the PvP aspect. I don't want to deal with... I understand. I want to opt out on that stuff. And it's fine because they allow you to do that, which is... I like that. But the thing was, at the time, it was still a very buggy, glitchy, ugly, nasty mess. So I was like, whatever. I just got bored. I was also playing with Lego. I'm sure if I could play with other people, with like friends again, I would be fine. I would play Fallout 76 again. I just have to have people there to motivate me. But it got very boring because I kept running out of ammo for the guns that I was using, and I had to use dumb weapons. And I didn't like that. Next game that I didn't finish. Oh, Hitman 2, but that was DLC related. I already completed all the content for that. Oh. Alright. This one's a fair one. Far Cry 5. Why did I stop playing Far Cry 5? Ubisoft. Ubisoft. They had to make... They were forcing me to go through the Ubisoft launcher. And the game started crashing like crazy. I was actually having fun with that game. But Ubisoft... and crashing. Nothing demotivates me a lot more to stop playing your game than the game crashing like nonstop. And Ubisoft. Oxygen Not Included is an open world game. I'm sure they've implemented endgame stuff, but that gets overwhelming fast. Where's the Final Fantasy? It's right there. Look. I may not be playing it. I'm still waiting for my friend. Oh, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Phoenix Wright. I did start that. I stopped. I think I did the second case. I finished the second case, right? My little acronym. The big TW stream. You know what that stood for? You're gonna go look at these. It has a big TW stream in the title. That was supposed to be before I go to work. Basically, there was a time when I would have like a shift. I would wake up in the morning and then I would stream while I'm eating breakfast and getting ready for work. So I would call them the BIGTWs, before I go to work streams. I did that for Little Busters as well. Yeah. Why did I stop? My shift changed and I got interested in other games. That's what happened. I also kind of stopped streaming. This was also back before I was a VTuber, so I was just a voice. I was just a voice in the void. But I would love to go back and play the Ace Attorney games. Especially now that everything's available now. We have the original trilogy, we have the Apollo Justice trilogy, which comes with Athena in the second and third games. We have the Miles Edgeworth investigation game. I get to play Miles Edgeworth Investigations 2 finally. They finally translated it to English. I can play it. Isn't this funny? I feel like I'm talking about it and the game music is just like, we're doing inspirational stuff. And I'm like, I'm demotivated. I don't feel like playing you. We're just gonna sit on your menu screen. We're gonna just sit on the screen here and just let you loop the music. Bad Mojo? Why do I not have that completed? I don't have it written as complete because I don't know. I've played the game. I think I beat it like 2 or 3 times now. But I haven't put complete, whatever. I completed it. Borderlands 3 with Legogorn, that's never getting a completion because Legogorn stopped. He got sick of that game. That's why I beat it with Alchemist. So we have Alchemist Adventure. So I can't say that's completed. I did actually beat Borderlands 3 a couple of times, a number of times. The DLC, moving out. World of Warships. Well, that's the same thing as like Overwatch and other things are just kind of open, so it's whatever. Outer Worlds. I was streaming Outer Worlds. I have 4 streams here, don't I? Yep, I have 4 streams. Why did I stop the Outer Worlds? Because I feel like the game developers had a bit of an ego. Look, I get it. It's the same developers. I don't know about the same developers. It's the studio that made Fallout New Vegas for, and then they made their own game. And they used a lot of elements from the from the Bethesda games, the Bethesda Fallouts. You know, kind of renamed. The point is, at some point they got. Look, I don't mind your little anti-corporation storyline, but you know you're laying it. They were laying it on a little way too thick for my taste. So they were getting so into the message that they were trying to say that I did not want to keep playing the game. Also, the weapon selection really sucked. A lot of the guns felt very samey. It felt like the weaponry was very samey. And for a game like that, I mean, look, I played Doom. And I rely way too much on the shotgun. But the shotgun has oomph. The shotgun has a personality. I don't know about your laser gamma gun 2.0. This gamma gun has 0.2 extra points of damage. Use it. Whatever. Whatever. Do I take the gamma 2.0 gun, or do I take the laser weapon 3.0, or do I take the ballistic rifle 5.55? They all look the same. The numbers all feel the same. So I stopped playing it. The guns were boring, and the story messaging was a little laid on too thick, so that's why I stopped playing that one. Hello everybody, welcome in. I'm ranting about video games because Final Fantasy X-2 has completely killed my motivation to play it. And I'm phoning a friend right now to figure out what the reason for that is. But my phone, the friend I'm phoning is currently unavailable right now, so I'm just kind of waiting for him to show up to motivate me. Man, the Glass of Clan ads. Wreckfest! Why did I stop playing Wreckfest? I know I didn't 100% it. It's a racing game. I know, it's a racing game. I did it as a joke. Honestly, the racing, it's like, it was fun, but it has the same problem I have with every racing game. Every racing game. The AI is just too good. They don't make mistakes. And it sucks. It sucks. I hate it. How it's like, oh, I have to get a better car. I gotta get a better car, but in order to get a better car, I need more money. How do I get more money? I gotta win races. How can I win races if I don't get a better car? And the AI never makes mistakes. The only time the AI messes up is because I bump it. I am the uncalculable thingamajigger that the AI cannot account for. And also, driving mechanics suck. My brain cannot comprehend driving mechanics in video games that are all 100% dedicated to the actual racing part. And is that the problem with the racing game? No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure racing game aficionados absolutely love it. It's just somebody like me, I just like if I want to turn left, I expect to turn left. I don't expect the whole drifting and the mileage and the blah. I already have enough I'm fine with that in like real world. I can calculate that because I can account for the physics on my body and stuff like that. But in a video game, I can't understand the full and the force and the everything and the thing in order to drive the car properly on the road and keep it on maintenance and blah, blah, blah. Especially when I'm using mouse and keyboard. If I want to do that, I have to do it with the controller. But, you know, so a lot of those times I feel very limited by how much buttons are on the controller for me to even make use of it. You know, make it fun with a racing game, if that makes any sense. So I stopped playing Wreckfest. I only played Wreckfest because... Am I lagging? I thought I got a little choppy there. Maybe OBS got a little bit demanding there for about 3 seconds or something like that. Just enough for me to notice. Ah, the old Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, that's old. I stopped playing that one. I started a new run. Why did I stop that one? I'll tell you why. This is an old story. Basically, I named a character after an old friend. A friend I'm no longer really friends with. I don't talk to him anymore because when we broke off our friendship, it was on not so ideal terms. And to be putting it bluntly, basically he put himself above everybody else, even though he said he understands certain circumstances. And anyways, I jokingly named the character after him in that game, in that run, and that character died. And that was very emotionally upsetting for me, because even though we had a hard break off and he's not my friend, I would just rant about him, it still hurt on a personal level, because, you know, there's still that part of me that understands that as much as I fucking hated the circumstances that led us, he was still, for the most part, he wouldn't have been my friend for 8 years if he wasn't a good person in some regard. Yes, we broke off under shitty terms, but it still doesn't matter the fact that, you know, he was at least a good person. It wasn't being malicious why we broke off, but at the same time, the situation just got out of hand. It was built up shit. For stupid reasons of video games and shit. And more clan ad. All those are completed. All of those are complete. San Andreas is complete. Sure, maybe I didn't complete all the side missions. Maybe I didn't complete all the bonus optional stuff. But it's still complete. The Dead Estate? Well, they've added new characters. And there's also one character whose ending I haven't seen because I hate that character. I cannot work him. It's the Boy Scout character. I suck at him very much. Everybody else I like. But he just sucks for me. Next game that I have not completed. Oh, Mini Motorways. Mini Motorways is a puzzle game. It's go as long as you can. Sure, you can unlock more cities. There's been new content released too. I could play that. But overall, it's like whatever. American Truck Sim. Oh my gosh. American Truck Sim. My introduction to VTubing. American Truck Sim. When I finally became a VTuber. That's an open world game. It's an open world business game. It doesn't have an ending. How do you win the game? I guess you buy all the garages, and at that point you have infinite cash. So, and there's been like cities and stuff like that that's come out that I haven't gotten yet. Man, I mean, honestly, American Truck Sim was just my chatting streams with just American Truck Sim as something to keep me busy while chat filtered in and stuff like that, you know? Alright. Valhalla's done. I beat Valhalla. Wildermyth. I mean, technically I did beat that. No, there's still one more plot summary, plot scenario I haven't done. That's why I haven't considered it like complete. I've played a couple bonus scenarios on my own time though. Custom stories. I'd have to update my character because my avatar in that game still looks like the schoolgirl with the pink hair that I was using before. She's not a gremlin like me. I'd have to update it. Mask of Deception. Utawabe Vivamono, Mask of Deception. Why did I stop playing that game? Because it's a visual novel first and a tactical RPG second. And let me tell you, thinking about it, the visual novel kind of games are more they feel like they'd be more as a personal thing. It's something you should do on your own. I understand, like, you know, when I was streaming and releasing videos on them, it was fun at the time. Just, you know, my reaction, my raw reaction to these things in the moment. Very good stuff. But when you're streaming them live, not very good content in my opinion. Overall. It's just like, yep, that's the game playing itself. There's the story. Let's go. So that's why I stopped. Dungeon Siege. Why did I stop playing Dungeon Siege? Because it's Dungeon Siege. Dungeon Siege is a nitty-gritty, dark RPG. Fairly difficult, and as much as I would like to I've kept playing it, I was kind of demotivated because let's put it this way. Sometimes I kind of stop playing a game for streaming purposes because, I don't know. There's that part that I wish to, you know, at least be chatting with somebody in chat with something like that, you know, because it feels like, you know, at least I feel like I'm doing something. I'm accomplishing something. But when it's just like nothing for hours and hours, so I just like, I'll just play the game on my own. It'll be fine. As I say that, as I've done that many times, I still stream games where nobody's watching. It's fine. Because sometimes, you know, it's just, you know, as time changes and stuff like that, you know, it's fine. Shredder's Revenge is done. Raft! Why did I stop Raft? Honestly, I don't know. Why don't I play that with Lego? I should talk to him about that. Taking a break from Phasmophobia. Let's play Raft. Lego! Lego, let's play Raft on the weekends! We only had the one we only streamed that once. So as a real reason, we were doing it with Poindexter, and Poindexter kind of fell off. So, yeah. But I could go back to Raft with Lego. Yeah. I suppose technically, I complete the main plot of Cult of the Lamb, but then they released more content, and I haven't actually finished that, actually. I kind of started. I just started streaming it on my own personal time, unlisted. Because I was still enjoying Cult of the Lamb. I still had, like, at least the spider guy, the spider priest to get back. And then they released even more content. And I just haven't been back. What else do we have? Oh. I haven't been back to Super Nintendo games in a while, have I? What was the last one I played, actually? Give me my playlist. I want to see what was the last Super Nintendo game I played. What was the last one I streamed? Star Fox? Star Fox was the last thing I streamed on in this playlist. I'm pretty sure it was Chrono Trigger. The Chrono Trigger 24-hour stream was probably the last Super Nintendo game I played. Oh. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I know why I stopped playing that game. It was getting frustrating. In the sense of... See, I was playing it with a controller. I think it was a mixture of things. It was a mixture of things. I'm playing it on controller, so I feel like I was running... It was giving me so many things to do, so many mechanics, and there was so much stuff to do and juggle, but I felt like I didn't have a proper... I feel like I didn't have enough buttons to do it. In the right places, too. So... Yeah. I'm sure if I was doing it with mouse and keyboard, I probably would have kept going. But, like, the main reason I stopped... It was frustrating from a... lack of control point. There was a lot of stuff to do. And I was trying to figure that out too, because I played Dark Souls 1 and I never felt like I had this problem. I played Bloodborne. I didn't feel like I had that problem. Why am I having this problem in Sekiro? Because you have gadgets, you have swords, you have parrying, you have running and sprinting and jumping and rolling. you have ninja skills, you have all, and you have to do certain things in a certain way, and I feel like I didn't have enough things on the controller to do it, so... And also, it would get... There's nothing more frustrating than a game lagging on you. Especially things that require you to have pinpoint precision reactions and stuff like that. So I stopped playing that for that reason. It was frustrating in that sense. And I didn't want to, like, give up on it because reasons. But I did. For quality control. Moving on. Oh my gosh. Pal World. Why did I stop playing Pal World? It got boring. In all honesty, it got boring. Alright, so here's the reasons why. Number one, I couldn't do a model. It was laggy. It was like Hogwarts Legacy, but worse. So the game was laggy, my model was laggy, it was really bad. So I had to use a PNG, which was fine. Number two, there was so much grinding in that game. So much grinding. And if I could hit on top of it, it probably would have been fine, but I can be a bit lazy. I can be a bit lazy. And you know what made it worse? On my own personal off time, I was playing the game with max boosties to XP. Just to see how far I could beat the game without... My goal was not to use pals. I was just going to see how far I could get without using pals for base building or anything like that. The only thing I would use pals for would just be like, say, transportation. Like I would have a flying pal so that way I could fly and stuff like that. That was it. I had to make my own gear or anything, or I had to go buy it from a vendor. That's pretty much all I did. I would get pal spheres. I would catch pals, and then I would go to vendors and sell them off to make money to buy the weapons and stuff. And I beat the hardest trainer using just a musket and some weird gear. And the only time I lost to him, the only reason I would lose to that guy is because you have a time limit to beat him in. If that time limit wasn't there, I would have one-shotted him all the time. But I kept losing because I kept hitting time. That was the whole reason why. I finally beat him, though, eventually. Because literally what would happen was I would have a weapon and it would break and I had to have a swap over to another weapon in order to finish the fight, because that's how long the fight was going. My gear was breaking. And after doing that, going back to like normal Pal World gameplay was just boring. It was very boring. So that's why I stopped. I mean, there's a whole other island. I could go back and do it, but eh. I will definitely be going back to it because I actually do plan on doing that for my next reading series. After Oblivion is done, I'm going to do Reading Out Pal World. All those little stories things that they have scattered around, I'm going to go get those. I'm going to read their little storylines. Resident Evil 4 Remake's done. I did that. Hitman 3 is technically done. Poppy Playtime is done. Okay, Shadows of the Empire. Let's talk Shadows of the Empire. Why did I not finish Shadows of the Empire? I said I would. I was on the last 2 missions, and I was like, you know, it's the last 2 missions. What I'll do is I'll just record a video and get them in there and upload it later. The reason I haven't gone back and done that is because I'm lazy. That's it. That's the solemn 100% truth. I didn't go back to Shadows of the Empire because I'm lazy. After dying to that one boss, my motivation shot down to 0 because of how close I was to killing it. And I was like, I'll just go back. And I could not find a motivation to do it. I wanted to play every other game except Shadows of the Empire. Remnant from the Ashes, that's done. System Shock 2, that's done. Unreal Games, done. Lord of the Rings, done. Needy Streamer Overload, I got an ending. It may not be the best ending, It may not be an ending I like, but I hit an ending. I wanted to go back and, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm hitting that point why I don't do chatting streams. My voice is my throat's like I'm starting to cough. But yeah, I wanted to go back and do more, at least get one more additional ending, but it was just not. I just lost. It was like it's the Shadows of the Empire problem. I got lazy and bored, and I was like, I'll go play another game instead. Hogwarts Legacy is done. I need to mark that down as done. By the way, this is going to be a mulligan stream. This is a mulligan stream. I'm telling you that right now. We're at an hour and 45 minutes, and I've only played Final Fantasy X-2 for maybe 15 of those minutes. I fought 2 mobs, and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I must be doing something wrong. Phoning a friend. I'm going to phone a friend. Still waiting on that friend, by the way. I'm still waiting. Prof, save me from Final Fantasy X-2. And that's where we are at right now. Final Fantasy X-2. Actually, I need to update that. WordPad, open up. Where's my YouTube timeline? There we go. Alright. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. AIU tool. No, this is out of date. This is way out of date. Amnesia. The bunker race with Prof. Buckshot. Roulette. Collab with friends. Hogwarts Legacy streams. My gosh, this is so out of date. Devour Mansion with friends. Man, it's been a while. Return of Project Zomboid. Oh my gosh. Save that. I think that's about it though, yeah? Oh, I guess, Alien Isolation stream for Halloween. I still need to go. I still haven't done that, have I? I still haven't gone back and finished that particular run. That was fun. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, and then tomorrow, we're going to do the Liar's Bar collab with friends. Yeah. Reading Pal World videos series. Plot spoiler, I'm going to be reading Pal World as a series. Yeah, let me put it like this. I'll be honest with you right now. I'm so demotivated from Final Fantasy X-2. I feel like I'm just going to skip and do Middle-earth. I might just install Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor and play that instead. Because of how demotivated this game has made me. I forgot, Power Wash Sim Shrek DLC. You know, I haven't... They actually had a specific holiday thing specifically for Halloween. They released a Halloween mansion for you to clean. Kind of like how you had to clean Santa's workshop for Christmas. They did one for that for Power Wash Sim, and I never did that. That's the main reason. I actually have that still installed for that reason. my gosh. And I even promised I was going to do a Elder Scrolls Oblivion Let's Play kind of stream for once I finish the reading series. So we have this game, Middle Earth, both Shadow of Mordor and War. Got 9 souls. I have Unreal 2 Awakening. I have a thumbnail and everything for that. And I was going to play it, but you know what? I was doing a test recording for that. And I was like, wow. I am so not ready to play this game. There's a couple other things I also want to play, but I'm kind of waiting on artwork. I put in some... I kind of put in a commission for some artwork for those games. Unfortunately, that artist had some stuff happen IRL. And so, yeah. I give them the very best regards for you. The very best regards. I hope their situation gets resolved soon. Because, you know, it really sucks to be in that kind of a situation in the first place. And it's completely understandable why they are not like, yes. I'm sorry, Blue. I'm already kind of like a person you need to keep an eye on when it comes to art. But hey. When it comes to IRL stuff, yeah. I wish them the very best, though. They're still pretty active in doing stuff, but it's the kind of thing you don't really want to talk about, so that's why I'm being hush-hush as is. But once that person's life situation gets ahead, I'll probably get back to them like, hey! How's it going? Are you ready to do the art thing again? Which is really cool because another artist I had commissioned some stuff, he got in touch with me and he's all like, hey, Blue, I know it's been a while, but are you still interested in art? I'm like, yes! Here's what I have for you to work on. He's like, okay. We've been kind of talking back and forth about that, so yeah. I got more art on the way. I got so much artwork on the line now. I have 4 pieces of art coming from one artiste. I got another set of things coming from another artiste, and hopefully eventually, once IRL stuff gets situated, I got more artwork on the way for that, and that's related to some other streams I want to do down the line. The artwork I got presented was really cool. Hey, RoboCop! Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome. It's not quite... This has changed from a playing Final Fantasy X-2 to ranting about Final Fantasy X-2. So, don't expect some Final Fantasy X-2 gameplay for a while yet. I'm already approaching 2 hours. We're closing in on 2 hours, and I've only played Final Fantasy X-2 for about 15 minutes. But how you doing? How's it going? I'm currently on standby. I phoned a friend, and I'm just waiting for the friend to pick up the phone. That's what's happening right now. Thankfully, I haven't dropped any frames like I did last time. Yeah. So I've just been chatting about a bunch of different things. The things I want to stream. Why I stopped playing certain games. Most of it might range from technical issues, but some games I stopped playing because I got bored of them, or the frustration level was at a point where it's just like, it wasn't like a fun kind of thing. But yeah. Essentially what it boils down to is, I was playing Final Fantasy X-2 last time and this time, and in the first 15 minutes, I got completely unmotivated. And I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing that the game has not taught me or expected me to know from like an instruction manual or something like that? And the closest thing I have is that the game has been telling me, here are main story plot threads, but don't follow them immediately. Go do other stuff. And I'm like, but the game didn't tell me to do that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm running into that kind of issue where Random mobs are completely destroying me, and I have no idea why. And this is the first time a Final Fantasy game has ever done this to me. So that's why I'm ranting. And waiting for my phone a friend to pick up the phone. That's what's happening right now. So it's kind of turned into like a semi let's chat kind of thing. But I'm just kind of chatting because I have no idea what to chat about. So I've just been wailing. I've been wailing and flailing all over the place. Oh my gosh, that's right. I haven't done the DLC for Burial at Sea. I should do that. There's a bunch of stuff here I have written down. Ideas for streaming. I already mentioned some of them here. Some of these are top secret because, as I said, I am waiting for art so that way I can use them for thumbnail pieces because I feel like it would be better fitting that way. But some other things here I have, yeah, as I said, BioShock Infinite, the Burial at Sea DLCs. I haven't actually done that. I did BioShock Infinite, but I didn't do the DLC. And I think the main reason for that is because when I did BioShock Infinite, the game's so poorly optimized that I had to just use a still image. I had to go PNG tuber in order for the gameplay to actually be steady. I have Final Fantasy VI here, as guided by Professor Iscariot, but I guess Iscariot's gonna have to guide me through X-2. Ah! Doom wads for what do I have here? Plutonia 2, Evolution, and Lost Civilization. Those are gonna be like, oh, those got pushed back because computer issues and stuff like that, and I have to figure out if the Doom wad stuff still even works properly. More Far Cry 5? Well, I would love to go back and play some more Far Cry 5. I've been in the mode. You know what? I've noticed all day, after I did my 5 errands and I got back home from my errands and I had a nice, delicious lunch, I've been kind of like snapping, and I've just kind of like, you know what? I haven't done in a while. I feel like I want to play a shooter game. I want to go shoot. I want to go bang, bang, bang and shoot stuff. A first-person shooter. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't done that in a long while. I just have this uncontrollable need and urge to kill many things in a first-person shooter. Ah! I'm like presenting this like I'm gonna do some RPG games with some storylines and some heavy-duty character development and stuff like that. But I want to go shoot stuff and kill it. And the first thing I have at the top of that list is Unreal 2. I'm just like, I don't want to play Unreal 2. Seeing Far Cry 5, like, oh yes, Far Cry 5, let's go shoot and blah, blah. But then I remember Far Cry 5. Why did I stop playing Far Cry 5? Because it was crashing a lot in Ubisoft. Ubisoft! Why? Stream more Little Busters. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I already that was like between that, Little Busters. Like I feel like Ace Attorney could be fun. Streaming Ace Attorney would be fine. I want to go and do that because, yes, it does have the visual novel aspects, but it also has video game moments. You do actually investigate. You do go through different areas. You gotta do some puzzle solving. Even though, yes, there is the whole visual novel aspect, but you know. The difference between an Ace Attorney game and Utawabe Ribamono and Little Busters. Little Busters, yes, has some mini games in it, but for the most part, it is a visual novel. So most of it is just reading or listening to the vocalization chords. Utawabe Ribamono, it does have those tactical RPG levels and stuff like that, but there's a lot of visual novel stuff first. Whereas, like, the Ace Attorney games, the only heavy visual novel parts is during the courtroom bits, and that's because they're laying down the case. and the witnesses are giving their accounts. But like when you're doing the investigation part and you're gathering up the clues and stuff like that, you're getting evidence and stuff like that. That's no different than any other, I would say, an adventure game when you're going around and collecting items. You talk to people, they're gonna have their dialogue boxes. They're gonna rant and talk. Of course, they're gonna talk because that's how you get eyewitness accounts and stuff like that. And then you move on, and then in court cases, yes, again, you have a whole lot of drama and visual novel type stuff, but again, that makes sense because you're in the courtroom right now, and the prosecution has to say their piece, the judge has to say his piece, the witnesses have to say their piece, the detectives have to present the evidence and stuff like that in the court of law and all that jazz, and that makes sense. And then you do your little cross-examinations, and you have your little back and forth banter, and then you present your evidence, and it makes sense. As I said, though, this is going to be a mulligan stream. This is not going to be an official Final Fantasy X-2 stream. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to slap this into the variety streams. Yeah. Everybody's coming in. It's like, oh, look, somebody's playing Final Fantasy X-2. Let's go watch them. And then I just see this crying gremlin ranting about video games and Final Fantasy main menu. Oh. This is fun. I can take that off, though. I have a list of games I wanted to do. I have here. I was like, games I want to probably see if I can race Professor Iscariot against. At the top of the list was Amnesia: The Dark Descent. We already did that, actually. And A Machine for Pigs and The Bunker. That was fun. That was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed that. But I also have Dead Space 1 and 2. The original Dead Space, not the remake. Half-Life 2, and I also have Resident Evil Remake. That'd be interesting. But, you know, probably some other time. Right now, we're doing our own things. Why? Why does Final Fantasy X-2 have to disappoint me in a way? Alright, look. Here. Allow me to explain. We're gonna go on a Final Fantasy rant now. Final Fantasy rant. Final Fantasy video game rant, okay? I never played 1 through 6, okay? Okay, God's honest truth, I actually have played 6 a couple of times. But it was also known as Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just pushing buttons. It wasn't even our game; it was a friend's game who let my big brother borrowed it from a friend, and he was playing it, and I just kind of picked it up because a shiny game in the Super Nintendo. I'll just play it for a bit. I didn't understand what I was doing. I was just pressing buttons, as I said. Moving on. I also played a little bit of it on the Super Nintendo emulator, but it was more like just, you know, what is this game? Never really touched it. Final Fantasy VII, I have played that a lot. Why did I not, like, complete it or whatever? Because it was my brother's copy. Back on the PlayStation. I got as far as the Red Dragon. Actually, let me find out. Google. Final Fantasy VII bosses. In order. Guardian Scorpion, yep. Airbuster, yep. Remo. Scrolling on down. I have to make sure who's first. Palmer, Red Dragon. Okay, I got to the Demon Gate. Is Mew Mew streaming? Mew Mew is streaming! I have a friend, Mew Mew. She's streaming artwork right. Oh, it was 7. I think she's streaming. She should be streaming art. Yes, very fun. I made it as far as the Demon Gate, and the Demon Gate kept defeating me. That's as far as I got. Kablamo. I was also dumb child, and I was using a Final Fantasy VII strategy guide in order to make my way through the game. And the problem was, you were at that point of the game. You could either go to the Temple of Ancients, or you could go do the Yuffie sideline. And Yuffie kept kicking my butt because you had no materia. She stole your materia, remember? She steals your materia, and you have to beat a boss without materia. I didn't understand how to do that, so after dying a bunch of times, I'm going to the Temple of Ancients, and I defeated the Red Dragon, but I got to the Demon Gate, and the Demon Gate kept killing me. It wasn't even after I escaped the Temple of Ancients with the time limit. The Demon Gate kept killing me first, because you did the Red Dragon, and then you immediately did the Demon Gate boss. It was one boss after the other. And the Demon Gate just crushed me. So that was that. And then my brother went back to work. He took his PlayStation back with him. So I could never go on. I just never got very far. I own Final Fantasy VII. I just don't play it though. How far did I get? I got as far as on my own time. I blew up the first reactor, and we were regrouping back at Barrett's Bar. Well, I hadn't even met Tifa yet. That's as far as I got on my own Final Fantasy VII copy. Final Fantasy VIII. I played the demo for that, and I just did not understand how the combat worked. I blame the fact that I didn't have an instruction manual either. I'm sure if I were to play Final Fantasy VIII Remastered on Steam, if I ever got it, it would be a different experience, but at the end of the day, I just never made it very far. I didn't start from scratch. The demo starts you like somewhere in the middle of the game. You are fighting enemies in a garden area. I don't know. I don't remember. I never touched Final Fantasy IX, but I read a strategy guide because my brother apparently owned the strategy guide for that one, and he brought it with him, and I just read the strategy guide. Final Fantasy X. Well, as you all know, Final Fantasy X, I beat it. That was the first Final Fantasy game I had ever completed. And that was when I played it, half a year ago? Earlier this year. Fantastic stuff. Believe me, it didn't leave me as frustrated as Final Fantasy X-2 is leaving me right now. Yes, I died a few times. Yes, I spent maybe a grand total of 5 hours off stream doing grinding. But it wasn't anything that I feel like right now. The grinding I felt was completely... I did the grinding for the benefit of the streams. So that way I wouldn't have to spend too much time grinding on stream. So that way we could just continue the plot, right? That's why I did a lot of off-stream grinding. That's why I did 5 hours of grinding off-stream. So that way I could just... in the main plot. And just keep going. Maybe do some side quest stuff, you know. More time for that stuff, you know. Less time spent on grinding, more time stuff on the actual game. Right. Yes. Final Fantasy 11. Isn't that the... Wasn't that the RP... Or was that 13? Let me look that up. Google. Final Fantasy 11. It was. Final Fantasy XI was the first MMORPG of the Final Fantasy line. I never played that one. Final Fantasy XII, I did play. I actually own it on the PlayStation 2. The reason I didn't beat it, I got all the way to the final dungeon. All I had to do was do the final dungeon, and I would have won. I would have completed the story. But by the time I got there, I just did not care. I did not care about the fate of the world. I did not. I honestly don't even remember what the plot was. I remember Ash is supposed to be some princess, and she's given these swords, and she has to stop the bad guy, and I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, Vaughn? I could understand his plot. He wanted to become a monster hunter, but then he kind of got sidelined for Ash's plots. With Ballester and Fran? I forget the bunny girl's name. It kind of became more on them. And Vaughn was just kind of like there by happenstance. So, yeah. I think by the time I got to the final dungeon, I was like, I don't even know why we're doing what we're doing anymore. What's my motivation? Why does the bad guy have to be stopped? Why is Ash trying to do what? Who's that? What's the motivation? I completely lost track of that. So that's why I didn't even do the final dungeon. I just kind of like I was like, I don't even care. I don't care. So that was that problem. Sorry developers and writers of Final Fantasy XII, Zodiac Wars, but I did not care. I didn't care how the story ended. I was also very intimidated by Ysmir, or whatever the final boss on the monster hunting side game. The part where you engage and become a monster hunter. I got so overwhelmed with trying to find out how to beat Ysmir, or whatever that final dragon moss monster was. I was more obsessed with doing that than the actual main plot. And then I realized, like, oh yes, you have to do a AI trigger set sequence and then just leave the game running for 14 hours. And I'm like, I beat the game by not, I beat the boss by not actually playing the game? Oh yes! Make a script, make sure your characters don't die, and just keep attacking the boss, and yeah, go live life. Let the game autopilot Vin for you. And I was like, doesn't sound very fun. What do I gotta do for that? What was the main plot again? Last dungeon? I don't care anymore. The world could die. This planet can die. I don't care. Final Fantasy 13, I heard, was a hallway simulator, so I didn't play it. Final Fantasy 14, that was the other RPG one, right? 14's the other, yes. 14 is the other MMORPG. Haven't played that one either. I've had a couple people try to persuade me to play it, and I'm just like, I promised myself only one MMORPG in my lifetime, and that was World of Warcraft. Sorry. Warcraft came first. What was 15? Wasn't 15 the boy band Road Trip? 15 is the boy band Road Trip. I didn't play that one because I didn't have a PlayStation that could run it. I also don't even know what the point of the game would be. Sorry, not interested. I think 16 is the newest one, right? Yeah. Let me tell you about Final Fantasy 16. With my heart eyes. I watched Professor Iscariot play it, so I kind of know, like, good chunks of the plot. But from what I gathered, they wanted to make a Game of Thrones level seriousness of game, but they also have some kaiju fights in that game too. Final Fantasy, Game of Thrones, Godzilla. Yes. That is basically what I got. Also, dog. Again, don't play it because didn't have the proper PlayStation. Just watch Professor Iscariot play it. That was a fun experience. I don't understand the plot of that game either. Look, the Final Fantasies I did play made sense, okay? 7. Sephiroth is trying to destroy the planet because his mom. He's got mommy issues. And Shinra is pumping the lifeblood out, and Avalanche is like trying to stop it. Stakes and meteor coming crashing down. That makes sense. Save the world. Also, Cloud has issues. And Tifa is a mwah. Although I would go with Yuffie, in my personal opinion. Look, everybody wants Aerith or Tifa. I'm like, cool. That means Yuffie for me, right? I honestly don't even know what the plot of Final Fantasy VIII was. I just remember Squall's got this sword that's a gun. He's got a gun sword. That's all I remember. What's the plot of 9? I don't know. What's the plot of 10? Sin is destroying the world. Yuna is a summoner who must go through the trials and go on a pilgrimage in order to learn the final summon, so that way she can fight Sin and bring about an age of peace for an amount of years until Sin comes back. And Ty just like, cool. I say no to that. And you're just like, I agree. We must break the cycle. But also, Titus has daddy issues. Why are the games that I find to be the best? Somebody has some sort of parental issue. Sephiroth with his mommy issues and Titus with his daddy issues. Titus is so relatable for me, though. $11 is an MMORPG. 12! I remember something about conquerization and politics and Ash and something about the gods making Ash do things for them and blah. 13 is a hallway simulator, which I didn't play, as I said. I don't know. Well, 15 is the boy band goes on a road trip, and 16 is Game of Thrones meets Godzilla in a Final Fantasy world. Yeah. I know that 6 is supposed to be about like, oh my gosh, world destruction and stuff, and we have Kefka. I will be God. I don't know. I never played it. That's my impersonation of Kefka, okay? Don't judge me. I never played the game before, so how am I supposed to know how he actually sounds? Wait! I wanted to do it for Final Fantasy VI with the Professor Iscariot. Prof! When you get on the horn, I need to do my Kefka. Remind me to do my Kefka impersonation for Prof. Iscariot when he finally picks up the phone. Ah! Ah! Oi! Woof woof! Whoa 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 whoa! Whoa whoa! Whoa whoa! Woof woof! Woof woof! Whoa whoa! Whoa whoa! Whoa! Way! Hey-ya! Hey, come here. Come here. Who's a good boy? Who's your good boy? Ah! Chrono Trigger is a fun game. Chrono Trigger is a fun game because you know what? It knew what it was doing. I had fun playing that JRPG. It had an amazing story. Unforgettable story. It makes me cry when I think back on it. Every single time I think back on the game and I think about the end credit sequence, I want to cry. Because it's such a beautiful and it's a wonderful journey and experience. And even all the endings have their own little like, mwah. I'm not saying any of the Final Fantasy games are garbage, but you know. This is Super Mario RPG. Legend of the Seven Stars, that's also a good one. You know how many times I tried to beat that game before I finally got the chance to beat that game? I had to do it 5 times, and I always had to start from scratch because I always had to re-borrow the game from Blockbuster Video. And there was this one time I came so close to beating the game, and my dad's like, Boy! We're going to the Blockbuster. Get the game. We're going right now. I'm like, I'm on the final boss. I just want to beat the game. We're on the final boss. I just want to beat the game. And that was the closest I came. Oh, God. And then, when I was deployed overseas in my first job, I was on a business trip for about... How long was I on that business trip? I was on that business trip for about 4 months, I think. Normally it's like a 6-month business trip, but I was told to go back early for reasons. And during my off time, I was able to get a hold of a copy of Super Mario RPG. My own personal copy. I was able to play it on my own time and all that stuff. So that was the first time I was able to actually finally beat it. I was able to do all the side quests. I was able to get all the super duper items. I gave them all the Princess Peach. You know why I gave them the Princess Peach? Because Princess Peach, if you can't defeat her, then she makes a wish and brings everybody else back to life, right? So my squad was Mario, Peach, and Bowser because they're the OG squad. They're the good guys. I know Mallow's a crybaby. I know Gino's a really cool person. And I know... Who was the other recruitable character? Weren't there 7 characters? Mario, Mallow, Gino... Wasn't there another character? Because you got Bowser and Peach. No, Johnny was a shark. Johnny is a shark. You have to fight him. He helps you out, but you don't actually... Who are the playable characters in Mario RPG? Google! Playable... Party members of Super Mario RPG. Oh, that was it? That was it? I named them all. Oh. Yeah, Peach had Comeback. Paper Mario, you had Goombario, Cooper, Bombette, Parakarry, Bo, Watts, Sushi. Like, yes, sir. No, I didn't ever play that one. I played Thousand Year Door. Thousand Year Door. That was a fun game. I would love to play that again for you guys. I need to get my GameCube, though. You know what really aggravates me is I think somehow the moving guys... I don't know if they... I don't want to point fingers. I don't want to say they stole them, but somehow I don't have my controllers. I did not have my controllers for my GameCube or my PlayStation 2. I had to special order a PlayStation 2 controller so I could play the PlayStation 2 games when I was doing the emulation... Not the emulation. The capture card when I was playing Sly Cooper and the Full Metal Alchemist games, because they didn't. I never had my with the Guitar Heroes. Yeah, I had the guitar controller still. They didn't take those. Those magically did not disappear. But I lost my. I don't know what happened to my GameCube controllers. They left my Xbox ones alone. I don't know why, but they did. They took the ones from the PlayStation, 2 and the GameCube. Why? Why? Yeah, Thousand Year Door was fun. You had Goombella and Koops and Flurry and Yoshi and Vivian and Bomber was Bomber and Miss Mouse was Miss Mouse. But whatever. Super Paper Mario. That was a... Oh my gosh. Super Paper Mario! That was an interesting game. It was... Look, I'm not going to say it was the best of the Paper Mario games, but for what it was, I enjoyed it. I did like the the little paper powers you had, and I liked the story. Dimentio was such a character. And Count Bleck. Count Bleck. Are you serious? You're not even going to give me his name? What? Go back. Super Paper... What? Oh, hey there. Ah! I'm so sorry, Prof! I'm so sorry you had to cancel your stream. I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't my fault. I'm still phoning you, by the way.
You're still phoning me?
Prof! Okay, I have to do my Kefka impression. Alright, you ready? That's my Kefka impression.
You cut out, but okay.
It was, hold on. It was, Did it,
You sound like one of the aliens from,
Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Prof! Hey, how's it going?
You know, I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep, so as soon as the kids go to bed, I'm going to fucking sleep tonight.
I know, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Not even 3 hours of sleep, so.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I just saw your message on your announcement thing.
I was like, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna paint tonight. I'm gonna push through. And then I was like, yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah. Oof. So, yeah, the thing, I got demotivated. I've actually been ranting for the past 2 hours about this game.
Oh, have you?
It was supposed to be a let's play Final Fantasy X-2 stream, and it turned into let's rant about Final Fantasy.
Well, load it up. Let me see your characters.
Alright, here we go. I'll just load from the autosave, and they kicked. I can't even leave. They just locked me in. I want to like. Oh, okay. Oh, we got. I forgot. We're stuck in the.
Hand over the sphere. The temples have controlled Sphere's secrets long enough.
I need to turn you up first. Oh, you were at max volume.
Secrets? What's this about? Don't play dumb. We know you're guarding something.
Hold on, can I skip that? I can. Alright, let me show you my characters here. There we go. This is my characters right here.
I mean, I redid all my sound settings today, so that might be part of it. Alright.
This is my squad at their current levels and stuff.
Alright. What other dress spheres you got?
Let's see here. Well, actually, you know what? I can just go down here, though. This is what I have. This is everything.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You're like getting one shot?
Yuna gets one shot. Riku can, if I have her in her thief stance. Well, let's put it this way: if they're a physical attacking guy, if I don't have somebody putting darkness on them in the songstress one, they get one hit on Yuna, she's dead. Riku maybe dodges a couple times, but then she dies in like 2 shots. And Pain, depending on the monster, like 2 or 3 shots her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. remember it being. I mean, granted, it's been like 15 years since I played it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's like, I'm like, I've gotten to the point where it's like Yuna has to be a support role to keep people alive. Riku, if I ever a thief, well, honestly, when Yuna was even in like gunner mode or something like that, she was like doing like maybe 15 points of damage. Riku does like single-digit numbers as a thief, and Pain, the biggest number I've seen her put out is 35.
How's your equipment looking? Because Pain's health is a little low for a warrior.
She's level 9.
I know.
This is what she has: silver glasses and a muscle belt. Well, I put on the silver glasses because I kept getting hit with darkness. I'm like, well, she's a warrior. I don't need that.
The garment grid.
The what?
Go for the garment grid.
Oh, she's supposed to be on protection halo.
That's part of it, right there.
I don't know what happened to that, but she's supposed to be in protection halo. And Yuna's, I'm pretty sure Yuna's supposed to be on, Why are they on first steps? They're supposed to be, like, I had Yuna set on Heart Reborn. That's why.
Part of it, yeah. I'll be honest, I swapped my my characters like dress spheres constantly when I was playing. So I was like non-stop, just like, okay, well, this is hitting me like a fucking truck. Time to go. Everyone warrior, kick their asses out.
Oh, like, I've been doing that too. It's just, it gets to a point where it's just like, well, nobody can really, like, decently heal. So,
Yeah.
I was just like, you know, like, let me see if I can't get in a fight for you. There we go. Oh, this is not the guys I was fighting, but no. Oh, now they're gonna be pathetic for me. The whole combat thing also threw me off because I guess I got used to Final Fantasy X's, like, everybody has there's an order. Everybody goes and fights in an order, and it goes as fast as I want at my own speed. So this whole
They went back to the active time mode, yeah.
So like I try to be strategic, and now it's like it just doesn't feel like that works. I just have to just spam attacks.
I mean, there's a strategy to it, but it's definitely different. This is the style that like Final Fantasy VII and stuff was.
Like, this is fine, but it feels like everything is going too fast for me.
I feel like you can't slow it down. I don't remember exactly how you can.
But I was fighting the. Yeah, this was not the guy. Like like when I faced those guys, I just ran away because I'm like I was so unmotivated. Why am I going against guys I never fought before?
Okay, why don't change it to wait mode? You see how it says active mode in the upper corner?
How do I do that?
I don't think you can do it from combat. Let me look up. It's been a while.
Alright.
But that'll give you more time to like plan.
Oh, and think.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, the worst part was I was in Xenarkin and they had two, like, the horned beast dudes.
Yes. So go to your options.
Oh. Oh, there we go. Wait. Thank you. Alright, maybe that'll help.
You can also slow the ATB down.
I think normal's fine. I just, you know, it was very annoying. Subtitle. Oh, that's fine. We can swap that to short, I guess. You saved it, yes, okay. Let me just quickly save here. Because it's so annoying. It's like, oh, I saw the thing where it's just like, oh, yeah, you have to do all this side stuff. You don't just rush the missions.
She's sure getting into this.
She's trying.
Wait a minute, didn't I? Whatever. This is just not fair. I phoned a friend and the game's like, oh, we're not gonna throw the guy who's been like one-shotting your entire team.
Because I'm here.
You're here.
Give me a minute as soon as I fall asleep. I'll get back.
Alright, maybe it... Okay, hold on. Attack that guy. 27's just a wait. 311. 311. Is that normal?
Not really.
3-8. Yeah, see. Alright, first of all, I guess, like, I don't even know why. Hold on. I guess you go warrior. Since our warrior is asleep right now. And I thought sleep went away whenever you got smacked. Oh, look, Pain woke up. Like, oh, you put another warrior on the scene? Never mind, I'll wake up. I'll do my job. 27s and 35s. Yeah, I thought that was weird. I'm like, am I playing the game wrong? Is this just like a thing where it's just like, I should have, okay, I saw a 60 in there. I don't know what that is for, but whatever. Alright.
You're going down! That's the spirit.
And these guys have guns. I just remember it being like, you know, I felt like when I was playing every other Final Fantasy game, it just felt like, okay, as you progress through the story, yes, it's going to gradually get harder. And maybe there might be points where, yes, you might have to grind. But 3 hours in the game, I was not expecting this level of madness. If that makes any sense. Alright. I just saved. I get it. It's fine. When a game is like that, it's like, oh yes, you'll lose progress. I just saved. All right. There we go. All right, I can hear you now. Definitely much better. Okay. All right. So with those changes, fudge nuggets. my train of thought's gone. Is there anything else you could think of that maybe I'm just failed? I'm just gonna quit the game. Quit. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. Go away. We're going to chatting room now.
I just posted the thing.
Yes, but if he wants to be able to hear you, he either needs to play down here or has headphones that's connected to the computer, something.
Indeed.
Sorry, since I'm not streaming tonight, I promised Gremlin until before bed we would play a little Power World, because I think I can handle that. But yeah, no, that's about all you really need, I think.
Because, like, it was just very frustrating yesterday. Showing up in Xenarchan and then finally going up against, like, two beasts, and they would just both hit one person, and that person would be dead. And I'm like, I gotta revive them! They get revived. And then another person, and then they just start one-shotting everybody because Phoenix Downs, you know, you only come back with, like, a little piddling health, and I can't even, like, counter or anything. But it felt like, I was like, okay. I looked on the internet, I was like, why are my characters so weak? And everybody's like, you're rushing the story. If you rush the story and you're in chapter 2 and 3 and you're under-leveled, yes, the game's gonna feel hard. Like, I'm not even on chapter 2, I'm in chapter 1. And then it was like, follow a guide. It's like, but why do I have to follow a guide? And then I look up the guide that they recommend. It's like, there's like 4 areas they list before going to like Belsade Island. I'm like, what? I was supposed to go to 4 different areas before going to Belsade Island? Why didn't the game tell me this? Kind of thing.
I mean, you don't have to, but like, yeah. It's there's a reason why this one was considered like a lot of people's least favorite of like the era. Like it's gotten more love since, but it does have a lot of like weird little quirks the rest of the franchise doesn't, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't mind the tonal shift. I don't mind the character tonal shift. I don't mind the story tonal shift. With it being like, as some people put it, like Final Fantasy X ended off on a very serious and sad note. And then we pop in Final Fantasy X-2 and we're in like, why is Yuna singing on a stage? What the heck happened? Why is everybody so happy and cheerful and dropping
but that
jokes?
song is an absolute banger.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm just repeating what I was reading. And I'm like, I'm fine with this. I mean, honestly, honest to God, I thought I was going to pop in the game and I thought I was going to be like, Riku and Yuna got this Pain character and they started a girl band and they're having fun. And then somebody drops a hint about plot points and that's the reason why they start doing things. And then I'll find out like, oh, wait, they're sphere hunters? What?
Yeah, no, they really did change up everything. But I think they thought they were getting more sequels. And I wonder if you'll have the same thought after playing through it, because that's always been my theory, is they thought they would have like 2 or 3 different sequels to play with.
Yeah.
And then like people just didn't like that as much as they thought they would. So
yeah, it's like, I think the thing was, it's like, we went from like a serious movie to a Saturday morning cartoon, and I'm just like, you know, I don't care about that. As long as we like because they do say like, oh, eventually the story does actually pick up, and I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. I understand that, you know? It was just the whole combat swap over is what threw me for a loop. And on top of that, I get to the second, like, the second mission. I'm like, I'm getting, like, just, like, picked off so easily by Ren. It's one thing if it was a boss. If it was a boss killing me, fine. That just means go grind more. But it's just random mobs. Like, what? Yeah. And then just like looking up a guide, and the guide, like just this stream, I'm just looking at this guy. It's like, go to the mushroom mountains, go to this area, go to that area, do this, do that, and then you go to Belsaid Island. It's like, hey.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different schools of thought on how to do it. I personally just sit there and grind in areas until like I'm acing things. But that's the way I do a lot of games. So.
And I mean, that's fine for like when you're playing alone, and it's like, but me, it's like, I remember it's like I did 5 hours of grinding for Final Fantasy X, but I did all of that off stream so that way we could just like do plots and some and have like, you know, etc. Like, I don't mind grinding, that's just the nature, but sometimes it's just like I'm only 3 out. I'm like on my third mission, third mission, and I'm already being like assailed really hard by what I assume to be random mobs. I just felt like I went from like...
You're crying like the mobs are bullying you.
I've been doing that for 2 hours now. Yeah, I think... I don't know. After today, the one mob that I ran into 2 times in a row did not show itself when he finally came in, got in the call here. And I was just like, I can't show Prof what I mean. Well, I mean, it would just be a simple matter of just rewind the stream all the way to like the 30-minute mark, where I spend like 5 minutes on one mob, and I'm like, I don't remember ever in any Final Fantasy game that I've played ever doing it like this, except on like side monster quest type things, you know?
Yeah, no, it was very much a return to older school style stuff, and like older Final Fantasies especially. And then like it reminds me, this particular one reminds me a lot of like Star Ocean, which I don't know if you ever played the Star Oceans.
I have never played a single Star Ocean game.
Yeah, just the general style of it and stuff. But I mean, otherwise, are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the story so far?
The story so far has just been, let's go get a sphere, because we're sphere hunters. That's all I've gotten so far.
Okay, wait until you get like Dark Knight dress sphere and stuff like that. It ends up getting really fun, and then each character has a unique dress sphere and stuff that function as like the their ultimate weapons and everything.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm on chapter 1 still, as I said.
It's alright, I believe in you.
It was so funny because I was at a point, I had finished my rant, and I was like, what? I was going through my game list of what I've done on YouTube, and I was just like, okay, why did I stop playing this game? Technical issues. Why did I stop playing this game? I was bored of it. Why I stopped this game? Sekiro, because there was I was getting handed so many new options that I didn't have enough buttons that were in good positions for a controller, so I stopped playing that. I just like, after getting beat up by just random trash mobs, I'm just like, I'm so demotivated. I don't even want to play this game. I want to just like, I'm just gonna take a step back and go play something else. I have this unrelenting urge to go play a first-person shooter and just kill things with guns.
Yeah, it's a mood.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, there's that part of me, it's like, do I just cancel Final Fantasy X-2 tomorrow because of how... Just for a while. Just go play third place Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, because... mass slaughtering orcs sounds like a fun time after being bullied by trash mobs in Final Fantasy.
Go do something to, like, you know, make you feel a little better and step away for a few days. Like,
I need to go.
Me have to do that.
What was that last bit?
You've watched me have to do that. Think about like Liza P and stuff. Like I had to step away for a few days. I was just furious.
I go from Hogwarts Legacy where I'm just like, hi guys, allow me to introduce you to Gravity, the equalizer when it comes to killing anything. To Final Fantasy X-2 where it's just like, we're smart monsters now. We're just gonna bully your weakest character and your healer, and then you're just gonna be in this endless, hopeless cycle of trying to save yourself as we kill you slowly. I need to go feel overpowered. But I was reading through and I realized like I had like future stream ideas. I had Final Fantasy VI guided by Professor Iscariot, and I'm just like, I'm already gonna need you to do that for me in Final Fantasy X-2. We're gonna have our first role reversal where you're guiding me through a game.
Yeah, do that, or you know, guiding you through 5.
Which one was the one where like you hit this halfway point and the entire world is dead, and you're like, "Don't worry, guys, we can still stop the bad guy." Was that 5?
5 was the one where the bad guy quote unquote wins, and then you go to another world that you then have to save. 6 is the one that Kafka wins, and then you decide to go kick his ass after he's a deity.
Okay, then I was thinking of 6 then. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, maybe the one I was thinking, I feel like it was 5 though. Isn't 5 the one where you're like a Dark Knight and then you hit
That's
the
4.
Oh, that was 4?
Yep.
Oh, I was thinking of 4 then.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty common trope in Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, I remember like you start off as a Dark Knight, then shit gets out of hand and your character's like, fuck man, I have a change of heart, but you know, the world got fucked. So we can still fuck over the bad guy and just, I guess, turn things around maybe, hopefully, but you know.
And then you go become the first paladin, yep.
Yeah, that. So that was 4. Wow. This is the first stream that Blues cried the entire time. Oh. When the one video game that defeats Blue is all girl band getting bullied by trash
Blue,
mobs.
it only gets worse.
And I was even going over like all the other Final Fantasy games that I had like interactive. It was like, Final Fantasy VII makes sense. Sephiroth has mommy issues, so he's gonna destroy the planet with a meteor. I can get behind why we want to stop that kind of guy. I don't remember what the plot of 8 was, but Squall has a gun sword. I never touched 9, so I have no idea what the plot of that one is. I know what 10 is because that was the first one I beat. 11 was the first MMORPG. 12? What was even the plot of 12? I don't remember. I kept talking about it. I was like...
12 is a disposed... think of it as the story of Anastasia in Russia, except it's in a desert and it's a prince. And he's trying to take revenge on everything that happened.
Yeah, I was like... We start off with Vaughn wanting to be a hunter, and then... Balthazar and Fran show up, and then we have Ash, and then Fan's just like there for the rest of the game. He's like, I guess I'm doing this helping thing, and then Ash keeps getting bigger and bigger swords by gods that want her to do stuff, and then I got to the final dungeon, and I was like, I don't even care what happens to this world anymore. It could die for all I care, because that is how I felt when I finally got there. And then 13 I never touched, but I was informed was pretty much just, it's a hallway simulator. You just run through hallways.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interactive movie. The story's good, don't get me wrong. 13 has a good story, but
the gameplay.
you can play it like a regular Final Fantasy, or you can just hit the A button or the X button, and it'll autoplay the game for you.
And then 14 is the current MMORPG that's been revived.
That I play, yes.
Yeah. And then 15 is what I just call boy band goes on a road trip.
It's literally Guys Night Out ends the universe.
And then I was like, what was 16? It's like, oh yes, 16. That's the one I watched Prof play. That is Game of Thrones meets Godzilla fights.
Yeah. No, 16 was another one that was like really, really fun, had a really good story. Like in the moment it's super hype. But like you sit back and look at it and it's like, man, that was a really good story. But it could have just been a TV show. Like I didn't feel like I was playing. But it was like kind of like Ashura's Wrath, where it's like, man, this is so good. It feels good to be hitting these buttons because it's so cinematic and epic.
Yeah.
But then you're like, wow, I really didn't do anything but just keep hitting prompts.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, it's Final Fantasy 16. How do I summarize this based on what I remember watching Prof? It's Game of Thrones with Godzilla fights and dog. Don't forget the dog.
The goodest boy Torgal.
And then I thought about it, I was like, what was the plot about? I don't really remember what the real plot was about because to be fair, I wasn't there for every single moment. There were times where I showed up late, and then there were times where I dipped out early because, I had to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll take your advice, as you said. I'll take my own advice and just be like, after being bullied by random mobs, I'll just
take a day off.
I'll take a month off.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go play some other games that'll make me feel like a powerful, and then I'll be like, I'll have this little note that says, "Remember, in Final Fantasy X2, you just might have to grind." I do like the magical girl changing sequences when you change outfits. Yeah. I do like that.
I do genuinely like X2, but it is really not what you expect a Final Fantasy game to be. So because I went in there, I understood that there was going to be you're going to change outfits. You're gonna change classes and fights. I could understand that. I think what caught me off guard was I was expecting it the combat to still be X, whereas okay, we have an order of operations kind of thing, and whether you get hasted or slowed, that's going to juggle it around, but otherwise there's going to be an order of operations. I didn't expect it just so I was like, okay, Riku, I want you to steal, Pain, I want you to attack, Yuna, you do things, and the enemy's already attacked me 15 times and everybody's in low health. I'm like, what happened? Kind of thing. And I'm used to Chrono Trigger's like that. You have a build-up bar, and when you can say wait until I make my move, but I just go with active mode because the bars don't fill up that fast, and if anybody's bars going up that fast, it's actually the player's characters who are actually going pew kind of thing, This one it just felt like it was things were just it made me feel like I was playing StarCraft 2 multiplayer against 16 people, a full squad lobby, and I'm playing with single player in mind, if that makes any sense. That's a good way of putting it. Well,
thank you for that.
Yeah, my food is done, so I'm going to run and eat.
Yes, thank you for the motivational speech, and I will talk to you another time.
Yes, I will speak to you later, my good friend.
Yes. Thank you, Prof. Enjoy your food and the game time with the kiddo.
Yeah. I'm going to go play games with Eldest Gremlin and then pass out as soon as he does. So,
all right.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. As I said, this is going to be a mulligan stream for the Final Fantasy X2 because... Yes, Prof informing me about this is very motivational, but not motivational enough for me to just immediately jump back in. So, Don't expect Final Fantasy X-2 this week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. So, I'll figure out something. I know I was talking about Middle Earth, the Shadow of Mordor, but I think I'm not actually ready for that one immediately to jump into that game. So I'm gonna do some filler games in the meantime, and I will reflect. I will post that in the community tab, so nobody's gonna be caught off guard. Okay, nobody can say they got caught off guard because I was dumb. But yes, this will be the end of Final Fantasy X2 for right now, until I get the motivation to come back and play it again with a different mindset. I'm gonna be better prepared when I come back to this game. Okay, guys? Okay. Alright. But in the meantime, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for stopping by. I know this was not Final Fantasy X2 as I thought it was going to be, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you for hanging out and listening to me rant and rave for about 2.5 hours. Alright. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, ciao for now. Ciao for now. Bye.